seemed to be taking on a war with the judiciary?
I was quite shocked by those words. Of course, we have been seeing a situation where gradually the comments that have been coming from the executive have taken on the note that the judiciary is frustrating government business. And at a certain point, we felt that that is the normal, reaction to when a decision does not go in your favor. But again, there have been one or two pronouncements before that that seem to suggest that when it comes to certain things that the executive was keen on, then they were not going to take any opposition.
Okay.
Of course, you remember those mambo ni matatu phrases and those kind of things. So there's been a gradual build-up on a narrative that on the things that the executive wants, it should not be questioned, and no one should challenge them. But the manner in which the president then came out, guns blaring and making the kind of pronouncement that he was making, then even though we had seen that move towards trying to suggest that the executive enjoys a much more privileged position among the three arms of government, that for us was out of character. Yes.
What then happens, because we see the president has his legal advices. Do you think that administration in, administration out, president in, president out, they seem to have their own moment of attacking the judiciary?
Yeah, precisely. And we attribute this to the hangovers of the yesteryears. We attribute this to the fact that power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. And so in the kind of constitution that we have is a constitution that is best defined by a system of checks and balances, and that those checks and balances work best when they restrain the unbridled exercise of power. And so at a certain point, when you want to exercise power, you want to exercise it to the fullest extent, but there are limits of how that power can be exercised. And I think being reminded that that power has certain limits is something that the political class seems to have a problem with, because I think the national, the mood, our political psyche is that, everything is possible, because after all, you occupy a certain office, and so everything is possible. And I think when that restraint of power then is exercised, when other arms of government remind the other arms that this is not possible, then you have this tension. So it is a tension that we are likely to see going into the future until we get to the level where we mature as a democracy and as a country, and as and have truly dependent institutions that have come of age, and then that respect is likely to be restored.